Welcome to the newest edition of Backstage Pass. I'm Rudy Castellon.
And I'm Barony Suero. Not only are we covering news this show, we're actually covering the 50th year of St. Thomas University.
50 already?
Yes, 50.
Hope you enjoy the show. At 3 a.m., the sounds of pounding music coming out of Nocturnal nightclub reached a sudden halt after an argument led 1 dead, 6 injured. Hundreds of nightclubbers fled for their lives after gunfire shots hit the dance floor. Now identified Brandon Marquise McGee, 26, body was wheeled out of the nightclub shortly after the police arrived to the scene. It is still very uncertain what role McGee actually played within this argument. Miami-Dade County court records show Brandon has been arrested for non-violent crimes. Miami Police Department asked the public to contact homicide detectives at 305-603-6350 if you have any information about this incident.
Do you guys remember the so-called party crashers of Washington, D.C.? Yes, the ones that went into President Obama's White House dinner on November 2009 without an invitation? Okay, well, after the great boom of the year, Mikael Salahi and husband Tariq Salahi were featured in Bravo's Real Housewives of D.C. as one of the fortunate couples. After the show was canceled and after facing court justice for trying to crash a White House dinner, the couple are back on the spotlight, but again on a negative turn. Mikael, the famous housewife, had been reported missing by family members on September 14th, 2011. But 2 days after, she came out and said she was not kidnapped or nevertheless missing. She was with who she wanted to be, guitarist Neil Sean. Real Housewife had been having adulterous actions with who now seems to be her soulmate. Now, husband Tariq Salahi states he is humiliated and is filing for divorce. I do actually send him good luck from our part.
As promised, here we have a very special segment on the 50th anniversary of St. Thomas University. Take a look.
I've been at St. Thomas going on 13 years. I started working here on the grounds department. I moved up to the painters department. I moved up to the maintenance department. I studied here. I got my bachelor's, master's here.
We have a lot of events planned for this year because of the 50th anniversary. So as an officer in student government, we started with a town hall meeting where we invited Monsignor Castellon to speak a little bit about the 50th anniversary. And we're definitely going to be helping out. We're in some committees to put the events together.
Well, hello, I am Richard Raleigh, and I came here to what was then Biscayne College in fall of 1966. So I'm not really one of the original people. They had just graduated the first class, so I wish I could say I'd been here for 50 years.
Our 50th anniversary today, and it's a great day. Not only did God give us great weather, but we had an enormous group of people in the chapel, hundreds and hundreds of students, the donors for our new Jubilee Tower, which is on the corner of the Palmetto and 37th Avenue, and the faculty, administration, members of our boards. It was just a glorious day, and it's only the beginning of celebrating our 50 years. We honor our past, and we look forward to our future, producing successful leaders for life.
After the September 11th attacks, we will never forget the hurtful memories that are being relived every day in many Americans' hearts. It has been 10 years. Although time does fly, the past will always be within us. The memorial not only honored our victims, but it also united our nation. Our cast of Backstage Pass took the initiative to ask each and every one of you, where were you when the attacks took place? And these were our responses. Monica Soriano. I was a freshman at Pace High School. I was leaving choir class and heading to homeroom when school was suddenly paralyzed with the news that a plane had hit one of the Twin Towers. From that moment on, no one did anything except cry. I had friends who lost family members in the towers. It's still numbing to think about the madness of that day.
Carol from STU admission. I was in Trinidad at the time and in accounting class. When I heard about 9/11, I was in utter shock.
Carlos de Yarza, in my recording studio doing a live radio broadcast to Venezuela, watching CNN, feeding news to the talent.
Will Chavez, I was being drug tested for Frito-Lay.
Melissa Gonzalez, I was in Chicago just waking up and walking downstairs to have breakfast and get ready for school.
Christian Lopez, on September 11th, I was a 6th grader in English class, first period. She turned on the TV and we saw the horror.
It was great, but it's time to go.
See you on the newest edition.
Just remember,
We're the backstage to your past.